Ever since the pandemic started and I started working from home, I've been in dire need of a chair upgrade since the chair I was using was not able to provide enough support to my lower body and back, causing me to move in odd positions which would stress my already poorly managed spine. However, after hearing dozens of testimonies from friends and people online, I decided to give IKEA a try. If you're not familiar with IKEA and their chair offerings, there are basically two top budget choices, the Marcus and the Järvfjället. After a long internal debate in regards to my personal choice and visiting IKEA to test both of the chairs out, I chose the Järvfjället. Let's first go over the different versions of the chair, since there are at least two different versions of each. The Marcus has two, a dark grey polyester cloth and a black polyester leather version, while the Järvfjället has those two plus two more colors, blue and white. The Järvfjället also sells all of the aforementioned versions with and without the armrests, which have a price difference of $30 or 3,000 Serbian dinar. While the staff member I spoke to at the store recommended to get the chair with the armrests, I was afraid of not being able to slide the chair under my desk when I'm not using it, and the measurements of the desk and chair that I did at the store did not convince me that they would fit. Other than that, the armrests are not adjustable at all, so I just opted to not get them, and if I ever wanted them, I could get them separately and install them at any time. Now let's get to the features and the price. Both chairs have wheels that lock when no one is sitting on the chair, both can be swayed back and locked in several positions, and there is a wide selection of seat height adjustability. However, this is where the similarities end, and the Järvfjället shows why it costs $30 more, or 4,000 dinar in my currency if you opt out of the armrest version. The Järvfjället outmatches the Marcus with the features, providing 3 more adjustability features that will make your experience with the chair much better, and also allows for a bigger range of users since it can conform to most types of bodies. From top to bottom we have the adjustable headrest with a decent range as you can see here. The headrest feels really good to rest your head on, with the cushioning being a hard sponge that feels almost as good as memory foam ammo and supports my head without any discomfort. Next up down the line we have the adjustable lumbar support pillow. Unlike the racing chair pillows that I very much dislike for the poor design most, if not all of them have, this one is much better with a lot of adjustability and solid design, making the pillow unmovable by accidental means, and a clicky mechanism that gives good tactile feedback as to whether the pillow is locked in place or not. The final unique adjustability feature is the adjustable seat depth, allowing you to have it set up perfectly so you can either rest your entire butt and thighs, as opposed to whatever any non-adjustable chair makes you deal with. However, the implementation of this feature is something that I somewhat dislike. However, I understood what the issue came down to. When pulling up the lever to pull the seat, your weight keeps the seat in place, so you have to pull it with your hips. However, if you are unable to do that because of a lack of grip at your feet, in my examples my slippers have a non-grippy bottom, you are forced to interlock your feet with the legs of the chair to be able to move it, which can be annoying. Getting up to adjust the seat ruins the experience since you have to get up, adjust it, and get back on the seat, which would make you repeat that several times to get the optimal position. As for the comfort factor, this chair slightly disappointed me as it was enticing with all the extra features, but fell flat at the basic step, the seat cushioning. To be fair, I was slightly expecting to get a 24-hour chair, and even though this chair does not advertise itself as that, it still is an office chair, which implies that someone is supposed to sit on this chair for an average of 6 hours a day. However, I cannot last more than an hour or two without needing a break. After sitting on this chair for about an hour, I can feel my butt start to numb and my tailbone area starts to ache 15 to 20 minutes later, which is really annoying when I'm in the middle of an intense Counter-Strike match or just trying to get something done at work. I found the positive side of this being a reminder that I need to get up every hour or so, stretch my legs and take a walk, but it certainly distracts from your activity, which might be a deal breaker for some. I also noticed the seat cushioning started to form to my button thighs, which might make it less effective at keeping me comfortable and amplify the aforementioned issue. The slightly curved mesh back is firm and tight, which is perfect since it keeps me comfortable in place and allows for me to rest on it without any fear of getting glued to the back of the seat and keep my spine straight in collaboration with the lumbar support pillow. The seat incline is good, providing 2 extra incline options next to completely straight and completely inclined, which is more than enough for me, and I enjoyed all of the options at some point. The height adjustment is good, and I was able to adjust it perfectly to my table and my needs. Last thing to mention before we wrap this up are the wheels. IKEA advertises these wheels as self-locking, meaning that when the chair is not in use, the wheels lock themselves, making the chair harder to move. I like this feature, but one thing I would like to see is being able to lock the wheels while I'm sitting down, since if I for example have to adjust my seat depth, I cannot do it because the chair keeps moving. All in all, this chair is a decent choice for someone who likes the adjustability the Järfjället provides and are unable to find themselves enjoying the Marcus. However, this is not a chair for someone who does not get up from their work desk or someone who games for hours on end without any breaks. I would 100% recommend to go to your local IKEA and check out both chairs before buying either, since you will get the best first impression while trying them both out. That's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.